Hello, this is Ethan Walden, and this is my video for the texture mapping ray tracer assignment. So pretty much what I did is that I just changed the file path here for the OBJ parser to the UV sphere. Just changed the camera coordinates a little bit to make it a little bit clearer to see, not so close, or maybe it was too small, or I don't remember. I just knew that it wasn't right. I just remember it wasn't right. And I also worked together with my team here inside the OBJ parser to make it so that where is OBJ parser? Yeah, I worked together with my team here on the OBJ parser make it correctly uh to make it correctly split up the faces into two triangles rather than just assuming that all of the faces inside the OBJ are just already triangles. Just to put that simply. Anyway, let's run the code. Now I'll show you here that it will show up. I'm not really sure what this why it's printing all this stuff here. I don't know why Martha added this, but it's there. Anyway, let's see. Yep, as you can see, that produces this textured sphere. Yeah, there it is. Now, give me a second to open up. Okay, so just a few things to go over here. This was not using the final code, but this was just to make sure that it was parsing the sphere, the UV sphere instead of the cube. Yeah, just arbitrarily changed this to a 2 from a 3 and this to a 60, a 30. Did not use this function. I don't think I need to explain this. Just wasn't used. It was originally we were originally going to try to parse the quad as a whole face, but we decided to do it differently. I also did not use this, and this part did not matter either, like at all. But yeah. So now, here's pretty much where all of the magic happens for this code that makes the sphere work. What's going on in the OBJ file that makes the original starter code not work is that the faces inside of the OBJ file are actually quads, not triangles. You can notice this, like you'll see like after the F, there's these groups of three numbers separated by slashes, and one of them refers to the vertices, one of them refers to the UVs, and one of them refers to something that I guess doesn't matter because they don't use it. But yeah, there are four of these groups at the F instead of three. Four of these groups of three numbers that are separated by the slashes. And just in the same way that this code up here um, addresses that data and, you know, parses it into a face to add to the scene, we kind of do the same thing down here, sort of, kind of. So this just addresses the first three groups. Now, what we did instead here is that we addressed, let's see here. We addressed the first group, the third group, and the fourth group. We turned that into a new face. And what that ends up doing is that you have one face that is like when you combine the two triangular faces that this creates, they're actually combined to make the whole square that we wanted. It ends up working out, is what I'm trying to say. So I'm just going to describe this whole thing of code here. So just similarly to here, we made these arrays to hold the vertices and UVs. This was just to do easier iteration to make the code afterwards a little bit cleaner. We iterate over this array. It's not for anything else. Same with the counter variable. This is just to make the indexing easier, to make the loop more, I don't know, better. Um, yeah. So I made this loop here. I don't know why this print statement is here. It doesn't do anything, but yeah. So similarly to what was done up here, we get the face data that we want from the tokens array, and then we just put that data into the we put that data -1 into the vertices 2 at the index of the counter variable, which is pretty much just what's happening up here. It looks a little bit different, but functionally it's kind of the same because, well, we're just iterating for each over this array, but we're also incrementing this counter at the end of the loop. So yeah, it's kind of like both a for each and a traditional for loop in one. kind of silly, but yeah. And kind of same thing you're doing here. It's the we're getting the integer from the face data at 1 instead, which is the UV, and then we subtract 1, and then we put that inside of the face UV's 2 array. And then we increment the counter variable so that it's actually referring to different places in the array for time. And of course, it's going to go to a different number in the iteration nums array so that that way we'll be getting different stuff in the face data array here. And then once we have all this here, we just add this to the scene and we just add a new face. Yeah. That's pretty much all the parts of this of my of our contributions that really did anything. So yeah, there we go. Thank you.